This is Roger with Crosscut in Tucson, Arizona. Formerly Wheel Kinetics. We just changed our name and our website, extremely upgraded website. Trying to modernize, get a new name, and make it look cool. Also, Wheel Kinetics, we got a lot of questions about our name, and so that clears up a bunch of things. You'll see some blogs in our ads. Blog for tells you about our rebranding and why we did it. Very interesting process that my brother went through doing this, dealing with people in Sweden. It's kind of interesting. And then there's a blog about bulletproof, what bulletproofing in the 6.0 diesel motor means. There's a bunch of different definitions of that. My brother tells you in detail what that means. There's also a blog about the high price of used vehicles and why they are so high priced, and gives you some information on what to look out for. Okay, anyway, this vehicle, this is a 2000 Ford F250. It's a 4-door super cab, short bed. It's a 5.4 liter gas V8. It's 2-wheel drive. It's an XLT, which is cloth with power windows and door locks, air conditioning. Has really low miles, 92,263 miles. It was a theft recovery we bought directly from Continental Casualty Company, an insurance company in Houston, Texas. It was a theft recovery. It is on a clear title. It had a bunch of parking service tickets on it, like they serviced like parking meters in Houston. So it probably didn't do much driving. It just kind of probably went around the block a million times, which is why it had such low miles. All we did with this truck was detail it. There's a bunch of things we could have done, but we want to keep it a work truck, okay? The roof with the peeling paint, the shift indicator that says park and drive and stuff has slipped off the cluster, which happens all the time on these, and we fix them every time, but that just adds money to it. If you know how to drive an automatic, then it's not a problem. And it's probably not your truck if you care. So the tires on this thing look like they're about 40 or 50% tread all the way around. My job in these videos is not to tell you how great something is. It will demonstrate itself for you. My job really is to make sure that you know what you're buying from the negative side, what's wrong with it, okay? Not what's right with it. So that's what I'll do, okay? That's what's wrong. There's a crack in the windshield in the corner. A windshield for us is $189. It's up there, and it's already gone from end to end. So that just is a price that would go into what you're paying for it. So as a work truck, that crack, in our opinion, is fine. Okay. If you want us to put a windshield in, we'll add 190 bucks to it, 189 to be exact, and we'll get you a windshield. But this is a work truck. I don't think anyone's going to care, you know. So, but if you do, there is an answer to that, and we will help. But you are going to pay for a windshield, okay? Here's your better video of the tread depth. In a second, I will take you inside the truck. We will show you the Carfax. We will start the truck. We'll go under the hood with it running. We'll try all the switches and everything there is to try. We will try, and then we'll go on a ride. I will explain the whole process of how you buy from us, how it works. It's very easy. People who come here to pick up their cars in person are shocked. They're like, I was in and out in 3 minutes, literally. Anyway, there it is. There's your odometer, 92,268 miles. See where the shift indicator is missing? Because on these old clusters, they're like plastic that are glued on the inside of it, and they shake loose. And so if we took the cluster out and took the lens off, it would be sitting there. But again, that adds cost, and we're not adding cost to this truck. Okay. Just came back from detail, and that is correct. I thought it was incorrect, so I went to the gas station. I'm like, well, the gas gauge can't be possibly 3/4 full, and then I topped it off. So that is accurate. For what I can tell, that's accurate. I couldn't get any more gas in it, so. All right. There's your Ford stamp here. So you got an original fender, Ford stamp on the core support, stickers where they belong. Ford stickers here. Ford stickers where they belong there. Ford stickers there. Got an old school 5.4 motor that runs great. All right, window up and down. Let's see. Ugh. Make sure you can see under there. Manual. No surprises there. Here's the Carfax. There's your VIN. It says damage. That's dated 05/2/04. That's not an accident. So whatever happened, they filed a claim on it. But basically, Carfax blends the Carfax and the Kelly Blue Book together, and they come up with a retail value of $10,170 for this truck. There's your VIN. No major title problems. That's very important, right? All right, so it was born in Texas. Here's where it says 5/2004. It doesn't even have an exact date like everyone else. So this, who knows what this is? I mean, who knows? Just some random thing that shows up. Someone probably filed something with their insurance company, and the insurance company gave them a check, and then they throw it on the Carfax. That's how it works. All right, so let's see. 6/29/2000 it was stolen, and it was recovered 6/21/2021. Okay, so look at so basically it had just over 91,308 miles when it was stolen. It was stolen, what, 25 days after it had 91,308 miles. So always looking for clues in our business, right? Boom, nothing there. Cup holder. They definitely parked it indoors at night because it's Houston. And in Houston, you got a lot of rain, and every truck you get from Houston that's been outside, right down here, especially in the passenger door, it'll be rusty, and it's not. So this thing was indoors, probably in a parking garage, right? Window, window. Let's see, mirror. Let's see. Oh, we have mirror that's, yeah, I can hear it working. It's trying to work. All right, well, I just assume that we don't have a driver mirror that works. We have a passenger mirror that works. Fortunately, you can reach your arm out and adjust the mirror manually. Like I said, this is going to be one of those, we rarely do this, but this is a work truck. So, and you do have tilt wheel, right? You do have cruise control. We're not going to do anything with this vehicle more than we already have. It's a work truck. Hopefully we have a work person who wants to buy this truck, because if you're a show truck person, you're a crazy person. You shouldn't be buying this truck. Here's another clue. Next mileage due for oil change is 92,189, and we're at 92,268. So 3,000 miles ago they changed the oil, right? There's overdrive off and on. Let's see if we got a radio that works. Go to FM. I know one thing, we have AC that works because it's freaking hot and steamy and muggy and it sucks. Down, down, down.
One person's trash.
There you go. Let's see what else. I'm gonna put on max AC. And I'm gonna turn up the AC because it's freaking hot. Oh, let's see. We have lights, blah, blah, blah. See the light come up behind the indicator? It's funny. Let's see. So you go drive. If you know how to drive, you know you're in drive, right? And then you go reverse, reverse, boom, and then you go, so then you'd be in neutral, right? Then you'd be in drive. And whoever buys it, and this would be reverse, right? Boom. So whoever buys this, if you really want to fix this thing, you just take this piece off, take this whole cluster out, this thing will unclip, and you dig that frickin' thing out from behind the lens. and then you put it back if you want to. I wouldn't. It's a kind of a lot of work for, you know, something that you know how to do already, you know, which is drive, right? So, but at least you know you can do it, and it's pretty easy. And it also keeps other people from driving your truck, right? Oh, you don't know what gear you're in, right? So, anyway, all right, if you come to Tucson to drive this truck home, you'll pay the following. You'll pay your state tax rate, whatever that is. Could be 0, could be 10%, or whatever your state tax rate is what you're gonna pay, plus our city tax of 2.7%, and a $250 dock fee. So you come here, it's your state, plus our city of 2.7, and a $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship this truck out of state, all you're gonna pay is agreed upon price, and that's it. There'll be no tax, there'll be no dock fee, nothing. Once we receive full payment, we'll fill out the title with your name or your company's name and address. We will sign it off to you, scan it into your online file, and mail it to you. We even scan in the envelope that we mail it in, all right? The title will be in your mailbox by the time your shipper shows up with the truck. You are responsible for shipping your truck from our location to your home or your business. If you need help, let us know at the beginning of the transaction. I'd be glad to do it for you. We'll just add the price of the shipping to the truck, and I'll do it for you. If all you want is a phone number to call, you're welcome to do it yourself. It's just more work for me. We don't make any money off this process, so you know, feel free to do it yourself if you like. This road is a lot nicer than the road we're on, by the way. Our business is on. They just paved it, which would be nice to see ours get paved, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Anyhow, so let me know if you need help shipping, and I'll be happy to help you in any way that I can or need to. Okay. Deposit's $500. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until then, it will stay for sale. Please make sure you get your deposit in. Okay. Last part of every video, I say the same thing, and I have forever. About a half a mile east of us on this very road that we just turned off of is the auto mall, and there they have salesmen, and every time you buy a car you're paying for their commission. They have attendants in their lounges serving scones and lattes, and they have a game room at Precision Toyota, and every time you buy a car you're paying for that stuff. They add stuff. They have to make more money than we do in order to make a profit. So they also have a much higher rent than we do. Our rent's $0. Our uncle owns the property. All we have to do is pay the property taxes, which are about $3,500 a year. So about $250 to $300 a month is what we pay for our location. They're paying 20 grand a month for some of those places on the auto mall here. So obviously they have a bigger overhead than we do. All right. Now, unfortunately, that also means we have this terrible road. We have a nice neighborhood with meth heads walking around, which is why we have razor wire, and we have night vision cameras, and we have cops all over the place that we take really good care of. Okay, and everything's safe, but it's not very pretty. All right, but we're not selling pretty. We're selling the truth. Okay, so what do we know about this truck? We know that that mirror doesn't work. Door locks are struggling. Indicator's missing. And it's got a crack up there in the very corner of the windshield. And it runs and drives great, and I don't want to get out of it because the air is ice cold. So, there you go. Please go through the photos, go through the video. Everything that we know about it, you now know about it. All right? Thank you for your time.